welcome back to Amazing Health Discoveries on YouTube. We are very glad to have you on board one more time for this second video presentation. If you are new to this channel, we are very glad that you are also on board. You are welcome in a very special way. We want it to become a very important part of this educative channel, and we invite you to subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel is very important because it will help you to be immediately notified whenever we upload a new video presentation, so that you don't miss out on any of our video presentations. In our first video presentation, we discussed 6 simple practices that can help us live 100 years and even more. And we found out from the presentation that though those practices might be very simple, they have been proven to be very effective in helping us to live healthier lives and to live long lives. By the way, if you missed our first video presentation, I have put the link in the description box below that can help you go back and watch. You can also search Amazing Health Discoveries on YouTube and it will take you to our platform where you can watch our first video. Today, in our second video, we want to talk about 5 unnoticed daily habits that can ruin our health. One fact that is very true for almost everybody living on earth is that we all want to enjoy good lives in a form of healthy lives. Not quite long ago, we had a survey. We included 500 people and we asked them to write down, in order of importance, the 5 top desires of their lives, and to our surprise, more than half, about 52% of these people included in their first 3 that they desire to live healthier lives. So living healthier lives is very important, and it has become something that most people are now concerned about. Many people are therefore taking a lot of medical drugs in order to improve their health. But the truth is, improving one's health or enjoying a healthy life does not so much depend on the use of medical drugs, but rather so much depends on our daily lifestyles. This is because our research has shown that most of the diseases we suffer from nowadays are as a result of people's poor lifestyle with regard to their health. Although there are some lifestyles that are immediately connected with poor health, such as excessive smoking, excessive drinking of alcohol, not exercising regularly, and not drinking enough water. Could it be that there are some habits that can cause poor health, but they have not been noticed? That is why in this second video presentation, we want to talk about 5 unnoticed daily habits that have the power to ruin our health. The first on our list is the excessive use of inorganic drugs and stimulants. The truth is, because there are a lot of diseases in our world today, many drugs have also been manufactured to cure and prevent these diseases. But the truth is, preventing or curing diseases does not so much depend on the use of medical drugs, but depends on our lifestyle. But many people are dependent on these inorganic drugs to manage their diseases. Some also depend so much on stimulants for their daily activities. Stimulants are chemical substances that are taken into the body to help the body function more than it can and for a long period of time. Many people take stimulants so that they can be energized to work, especially long hours throughout the night. Others also take stimulants so that their nerves can be calmed down so that they can rest or they can sleep for a long period of time. And there is a particular stimulant that is very common on the market. A research was done on this particular stimulant in the United States of America. The results of the research shown that in 2018, adults in the United States took more than twice the amount of this sleep aid than they did a decade earlier. and the report says that this could be very risky to some individuals. The study revealed that the use of melatonin increased from 0.4% in 1999 to 2000 to 2.1% in the years 2017 to 2018, with the highest beginning in 2009 to 2010. And so many people are into these inorganic drugs and stimulants, and they are very dangerous to our health. Why are these inorganic drugs and stimulants dangerous to our health? The body originally has a rhythm for its function, and the rhythm for the function of the body must not be interfered. These inorganic drugs and stimulants have the ability to interfere with the regular function of the body and can even damage some internal body organs. Also, the excessive and regular use of these inorganic drugs and stimulants have the ability to build up toxins over a period of time in our bodies, and that can make us be exposed to a lot of diseases because our immune system would become very weak. The second we want to talk about today is eating between meals. Very few people have regular eating patterns, but many people have no regular eating patterns. They eat anything at any point in time of the day they want, and this act could be very dangerous to our health. We all know that when we eat, the food must digest. Digestion is a very important process and a very delicate one as well. And if care is not taken, we may develop so many complications in our system because of poor digestion. Whenever we eat, we have to give the stomach its time. We have to give the digestive system enough time to work on the food that we have eaten before we eat another food. While the digestive system is working on the food we have already eaten and we bring in another food, it can disrupt the digestive process, and that can result in a lot of complications in our system. Advisably, we have to wait about 4 to 5 hours before we eat another food after we have eaten the first one. And we are talking about any food at all. Some people are in the habit of eating snacks right after eating their major meal, and this is eating between meals. Some people also will not have any major meal to eat in a particular day, but they will eat bit by bit throughout the day. That also is part of eating between meals. What we have to do is that we have to eat with regular time intervals, mostly between 4 to 5 hours intervals, so that our body can be able to work effectively, so that our digestive system will be able to work effectively. The third one I want to talk about is going to bed right after eating. When we go to bed right after eating, it puts pressure on our stomach and puts pressure on the entire digestive system. What is good is that the stomach must cease its work. The entirety of the digestive system must cease its work when we sleep. So when the system is working while we are still sleeping, it has a lot of risks with regards to our health. So properly, we would have to eat about 4 to 5 hours later before we go to bed. The reason is that the stomach and the entire digestive system must cease work when we go to bed. In other words, the stomach and the digestive system must not keep on working while we are asleep. And so properly, we would have to go to bed about 4 to 5 hours after we have eaten. This will give the stomach and the digestive system ample time to digest the food and finish with it before we go to bed. If we go to bed whilst the food we have eaten is not digested, it means that the process of digestion is going to stop and the rest of the food wouldn't be digested. and therefore we wouldn't get all the nutrients we are supposed to get from the food. We would also build toxins. The fourth one we want to talk about is going to bed too late. Going to bed too late in the night could be very dangerous to our health, especially when we will have to wake up the next morning very early to do something or go to work. Today, there are a lot of programs on our television sets, a lot of programs on our laptops and on our mobile devices that can absorb our attention throughout the whole night so that we wouldn't have enough sleep for the night. And this has a very dangerous effect on our health. When we don't have enough sleep, we become very stressed up the following day when we go to work because we wouldn't have adequate energy to do the day's work. And if our work is so much demanding, it will require that we still work. And so the body needs to be stressed up to do more than it can do. And that can result in breaking down our body. One benefit of having enough sleep at night is that while we sleep in the night, our brain releases a hormone. And this hormone helps us to regulate our sleep patterns. This hormone also helps in general growth and self-repair of the body, so that if you don't have enough sleep at night, our brain wouldn't be able to release much of this hormone, and therefore we would lack in certain things that we are supposed to obtain from this hormone. The last one we want to talk about today, which is the fifth one, is following a 5:2 ratio principle. What is a 5:2 ratio principle? In many countries in the world, we have 7 days in a week. And in almost every country, there are 5 working days. The 2 days are for weekends. Some people engage in a lot of healthful activities during the 5 working days, perhaps because the regulations at their workplace will not permit them to drink or to smoke, and maybe the cafeteria at their workplace also would give them very healthy diet to eat. But the story changes when the weekend arrives. Many people resort to drinking so much alcohol and eating a lot of unhealthy foods during the weekend because they think the weekend is for enjoyment. And so all the activities that they did that resulted in good health during the 5 working days become very obsolete because during the 2 days they engage themselves in a lot of practices that are unhealthful, and so they come to point zero with regards to their health. It means that people might be addicted to these habits even without knowing. And now that we know, we want to break the chain of this addiction. And so we can break the chain by being self-disciplined. We would have to discipline ourselves so that we don't go to bed too late. We would have to discipline ourselves by having regular eating patterns. We have to discipline ourselves by not eating and going to bed very late. We hope this video has given you enough information, and so we thank you so much for staying with us up to this point in this video. We will bring you another informative video presentation very soon. Thank you.